Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to explain you give you the proper explanation of this app. Let me first explain you the feature. We have this we have this home page, and whenever user click on any of this card, you can see we have this number has been changed. It will shows the number of added item in the cart. Like when you again add some of the items which is already in your cart, you can see here is the pop-up is appear, item is already added. So when you move in this item cart section, you can able to see all the details. You can also able to increase the number of products, and you see the price is also going to change. You can also remove. So this project we will going to learn today. So let's start it. So guys, here I opened a new React.js empty starter file which contain only one line of code. So you can see it is running fine. So let us just first we need to I am going to use a font or some CDN link. This is the link which we need to put in the public index.html file. Don't worry, this link you will get in the description box, so you can take from there. And in this public file we just need to paste this CDN link such that we can use the font icons. And let us create a new file which is data.js. Inside this data.js we are going to insert all the products. So this will I also insert in the description, so you can get from there inside this data. So just add just paste this thing and export default list, okay, such that we can able to import in the other files and we can use this list. So now let us move write code in this app.js file and just add react.fragment. And in this project we need three components. The first one is for the navbar. So let us create a new folder which takes all the components, and inside this component create a new file which is navbar.js. okay, so import this file, import components/navbar. So now let us write the code in this navbar.js. Just create a layout, and I'm using a nav tag. Inside this nav we have a div, and which contains the class name is navbox, and a span tag which is the class name is my shop. Inside this div we have this span tag. Inside this span we have this font. So now if I save this file, you can see we have this small icon, and this navbar has been created. So let's create a new folder which contains all the styling, which name is styles, and inside this we create a file navbar.css. okay, first import this styling file in this navbar. Import /style/navbar.css. okay, So now the css of this navbar has been completed. So let us move to the app.js file and let us create some of the hooks which we are going to use. So let me explain you one more thing. In this app we have going to use the three component. The first one which this navbar, and the second one is when we click on this my shopping page, which will show all the products, and the third one is when the user click on this in the icon, it will show the product, the cart which the product which the user selected. Okay, so let us just create a let us first use the useState hook and useState. So let us create a one which is show and set so true, and the cart state we will use to store our the selected cart item. Okay, and we need to create two more component as I told you. Let's put the name Amazon, and the second one is put the name cart. Okay, so inside this component we need to create two file, which is amazon.js, and the second one is cart.js. Just give the overall layout and import at the top. Now you can see we have these two components, Amazon and the cart. Let us write the code in the amazon.js. So inside this Amazon, let us just import the list which we are initially created. Import list from /data, and just create one more styles css file for this Amazon. Import /styles amazon.css. Create a inside this section tag we are going to use this list. We also need to create one more component such that we can able to show all the cards which let us put the component name to card. Okay, and inside this cards, and inside this card let us pass this data to item such that we will able to print all the details in the card. Let us create one more component, put the name cards.js, and so now let us write the code in the card.js and put the name to cards. Inside this card we have this image box which will contain the image. So just first take the props, which is item, and source is going to be the email. Just extract all the values like which is the title and author, price and image from the item, and put the image to the source. Just leave the alternate to image. Okay, div dot details. Inside this div we will print all the details, and the fourth one will be going to be our button which contain the add to cart. So now if I save, cards is not defined. Why? Okay, import cards from cards. Okay, if I save, you can see we have the error was gone, and also this card is appear. So just we need to only make the css thing, and then it will looks fine. So let us just do the css things again. Create a new file which contain the card.css. First we need to import this css file. Import /styles/cards.css. So now let us write the css code. So now the CSS is done for our this home page. Now what we have to do, whenever user click on any of this cart button, it will add to our list. Okay, so let us pass one more parameter to this navbar component, which is the size. Size is equal to the cart dot length. Cart dot length is basically the user, when we click on this add to cart button, the number of count of this cart. Okay, so inside this size, let us move to the navbar, and inside this navbar let us take this size, and we need one more span tag which will contain this size. Okay, so if I save this file, you can see we have this 0. You can see this will increase if we change the number of size. So let me show you that thing as well. If I instead here I will put 5, you can see now we have 5. So this is the thing which is show the cart dot length. Okay, and let us create a function such that whenever user click on this add to cart button, it will add to our cart. So let us just create a new function which is constant handle click. Just give the name handle click. So for now, just take this item, and let us just print this item such that we can see whether the correct item is going to print or not. And inside this Amazon, let us pass this handle click function as in props handle click. So let us go in the Amazon and take this handle click, and we also need to pass this handle click inside this cards item such that we can able to go set this function to that button. So inside these cards, we will take this handle click. So let us set this on click function. Whenever any user click on this button, we need to pass this item to this function. Okay, so yeah, let us test this out. So now if we refresh this page, you can see we have a warning to pass a unique key. So let us pass this as well. Just put the ID thing. Okay, so yeah, now we have that warning has gone. So when I click on this add to cart button, you can see we have all the details of this cart. If I click on this other one, you can see we have this as well. So it is working fine. So let us just add this item to our cart array. Okay, so we also need to check whether this cart is already added or not. No, false. Okay, so cart dot map for, let us use this for each. Okay, if item dot id is equal to product. Okay, if item dot id is equal to product dot id, then is present is going to be true. So in this case, if is present, then we just return it. Otherwise, we will push this item to our cart array. Okay, so set cart and copy this previous item and put this new item. Okay, so let us just test. If I click on this add to cart button, you can see we have this number increased. Number is also increased. So let us just click on the first one again. So the cart number is not going to increase. So we can also make a pop-up such that it will show. So we can do this like let us use a warning and set a warning. Currently it is false. Okay, so here if the item is present, just add take a new div. Okay, item is already added to your cart. So make it conditional such that it will not all time appear warning, and then when the value of warning is true, at that time it is going to show. Otherwise it will not show. Okay, so let us just use the set timeout here as well. If the value is present, then we will set the warning to, let us put this outside, set warning to true. Okay, and after the some time put it to false, maybe after 2000 millisecond, which is 2 seconds, and this return statement there. So let us do some styling. Class name set to warning, and we don't have any css file imported here. Let us import one of the files, import .css. okay, and inside this amazon.css, so now our css is done for this thing. You can see now when we click on this cart, it will show a pop-up, item is already added to your cart, and it will go on after 1 millisecond, sorry, 2 second. okay, so this works fine. So let us work on this cart.js file. So inside this cart.js file, currently we don't have any code, so let us write here. Inside this cart.js, let us import useState, and import one more file. Currently we don't have this cart.css. let us create cart.css, and we need a state which is which will calculate the price of the selected item. okay, so currently we have this value should be 0 article. Now let us use this cart.map, the cart item. So let us import it here, cart. okay, and inside this cart we need to pass this cart cart array such that we can able to access all the details, and let us pass this set cart also, such that if we want to remove that item, we can also able to do that. So in the cart.js, let us take this set cart, and now let us cart.map such that we are able to print all these detail. div.cart box. okay, and pass a key such that it will, otherwise it will give the error, not error, warning. div.cart img. okay, and image source, item.image, item.title, and now let us create the div which contains the buttons. Button into 2. We have 2 buttons. The first one is the plus button, which will increment the number of product, and the second one is minus. Span tag, and inside this span, item.price. okay, we need one more button which will contain the remove, such that we can remove the item, selected item, and yeah. So inside this div, let us use the create a span tag, and which will contain the total price of your cart. okay, and span one more tag which is the price, the state which we have defined at the top. This is the price. Just add this question mark thing. So now we have, yeah, whenever we also need one more state such that we can able to switch the screen between this cart component and this product component. So let us create a new state in the app.js file, which will we have already written the show and set show. okay, for at the initially, we will, when the value of show is true, it will show the Amazon page, otherwise it will show this cart section. okay, and we also need to pass this show and set show inside this navbar, such that whenever user click on this button, it will change the change the value of show and set change the value of show. Okay, set show. Yeah, when the user click on this div, on click, it will set show to false. Okay, and when the user click on this icon, it will on the my shopping the logo section, it will set the show value to true. Okay, so now we have, whenever user click on this icon, you can see we have this the other page which will contain all the cards, and when the user click on this my shopping, it will show this product. Okay, so let us first add few of the items. I added for the first three books. So if I add again, you can see we have this pop-up item is already added. It is fine. So when the user click on this, you can see we have this item appear. So now let us do the styling part such that it looks better. Inside this card.js, we already retain this card.css file. So let us make some styling. So now the css of this is done, css of the card.css, and so now we need to one more text here, such that when we increase this when we click on this plus icon, it will show the number of counts. So let us add that thing as well. So now it's time to check our application such that it works fine or not. We also need to add a few more classes, a few more functions. We will do it. Let us check the few of the whatever part we have done yet. So let us refresh the page, and when I click on this add to cart, you can see we have this number increases, second one is also, third one is also. When we add first one again, it will show the pop-up. Yeah, it's right. And now when we click on this icon, it will show the amount, the the added amount. And now when we click on the shopping cart, it will show move this page as well. So now let us let us make a function such that which calculate the number of the price of this item. So we need to make a function in this cart.js file, and inside this cart.js file, let us create a function which put the name to handle price. Okay, put the answer to 0 and cart.map item answer plus equal to item dot amount multiply item dot price. Okay, and at the end let us just update this price. So yeah, so just use this useEffect thing, and whenever this component is render, this handle price will going to this function will going to be triggered. Okay, that we have this price has been updated. Now we need to make a function such that when we increase this, when we click on this plus icon, it will increase the number of product. Okay, so let's do it. Yeah, and also do one more thing. Let us create a function for which remove this item. Okay, so create a function which is let us put the name handle remove. Okay, inside this handle remove, we will take this id and constant array cart dot filter item. If the item dot id is not is equal to id, so now we will get the filtered array. So let us just add this update this set cart function and call this handle price function again. So if we not going to call this function, it also work, I guess. So let us do this, and on this remove button, let us add this function. Whenever user click, it will call this handle what is the name, handle remove, and pass this item dot id. Okay, so now let us see. First let me refresh this page. Added few of the items. I think we also need to create one more warning. When the user click on any of the cart, it will show the pop-up item has been added. So yeah, we will do it. So when we move this page, you can see the item has been added, price has been calculated. When I increase the number, it is not updated yet because we need we have just created this remove function. Okay, so when I click on this remove, you see we have the items removed. So let us remove this 108. Yeah, it is removed. So, and you can see the price is also updated and the number of count is also going to be changed. So it works almost fine. So now what we have to do, we need to make a function such that it will handle this increment button and decrement button function. So now let us add. So that function we will going to write in this app.js file. Okay, let us create a function, put the name to constant handle change, and first let us just print that item, the item which we need to update. Okay, so this handle change function we need to pass inside this cart component, because the increment button and decrement button is present in this cart component. Handle change. So let us move inside this cart. Inside this cart, we need to take this handle change, change, and this handle change we will call it here. Okay, so we need to pass one more item, which is let us put the name to d. such that it will show the operator, we can say operator. So let us give plus, and because we are using only one function, so we need to handle this thing, either we are clicking on this plus icon or we are clicking in this minus icon. Okay, so take one more parameter here, which put the name to D. Okay, so item comma D. So now let us see, open the inspect. Let us add one more items. Okay, this is added. So when I click on this plus icon, you can see we have this item, and we also got this plus operator, such that we can know like on which operator we have, on which button we have clicked. When I click on this minus, yeah, it works fine. Let us click on another other one. So yeah, it is working fine. So now what we have to do, we need to make update this, make some code inside this function. So let us write, let us take an index card dot index of let index is equal to -1. Okay, card dot for each item, if item dot id is equal to going to be, sorry, put this data, if the data dot id is equal to going to be the item dot id, it will take this id to the id index full name. Okay, yeah, id is equal to index. Okay, let me make some changes in the cart file. Instead of passing this plus character, we are just passing this +1 or -1. Okay, it will helpful, I am telling you why. When you suppose when the user click on this plus icon, in the D we have the +1, and when the user click on this -1, it will we have -1. Okay, so let us just we will going to, let us create a new temporary array, which will contain this cart which will copy this cart. Okay, the cart array which we have created, and inside this cart, let us just update the temporary array of ind is plus is equal to D. So now if temporary array of ind is equal to going to be 0, then temporary array of ind is equal to, so now if the value of temporary array of ind is equal to 0, then we will put the value to the 1, because we don't want to user make the number of count should be 0. So at least it should be 1, either you remove the product from the cart or it should be 1. Okay, so now after this we will just update this cart temporary array. So now you can see, if we refresh the page, now if I add few of the cart, now if we move this cart item, now we can able to increase the number of items. We can the price is also going to be changed, and now if I remove this item, this product is also the price is also updated. So let us remove, and let us remove all the price. Let us so here you can see, when the value is 1, we are not able to make it, we cannot decrease the product. Other the only thing you are only you can do, you can either remove this product. Okay, so I think this project is almost done. So I hope you get some idea about like how to create this project. So if you like this video, please make sure give a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.